Why specifically a pack of smokes? Why specifically a pack of smokes and milk? That... I don't think I've ever purchased cigarettes in my life. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry. You know, no I don't. I'm alive after a week. Kind of. Oh my goodness. I wasn't this coffee before I started. Maybe it's because I'm talking now. My voice is mostly back now, though I think it's still kind of gravelly and does not want to project properly, but it's much better than it was at the start of the week. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to get something to work on here because it says that I can do VTube Studio Cam, but it doesn't work. I don't know how it works. So I was trying to project myself on the TV, but I don't know what to do with that. There's no tutorials or information about how to do that. At least none that I could find right off the bat. But I'm alive. I'm about 60% better. I'm still kind of weak and hobbling around like a grandma more than usual. Oh god. I'm still coughing and everything, but it's so much better than it was. This is why I'm wearing the flu mask for you guys, so you don't get it. Yeah, I'm still kind of sick. So it's better. Much, 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 much better. Yeah, it'll probably take a few more weeks for that to go away properly. Yay! Cocoa melon. You do not want my germs. Who knows? You may already be you may already have caught what I've caught and you will be completely fine. Hi, Grima. Hi, Sugar Cook. I don't know necessarily what was the trigger for the cold. It was probably brought home by one of the Fae, probably. And I don't think it really spread to the other Fae, thankfully. Like, Mama Fae, I don't think actually caught it. Cute disease. Cutie disease. If it was a cutie disease, I wouldn't have been suffering as much as I did. Thankfully, the only upside to being sick for a week is I did not throw up, even though I felt like I wanted to. So that's the plus side. Though yesterday I finally had the energy to take a shower. And it was so energy draining. I actually at one point, like during the shower, I felt like I was gonna throw up. Because you know when you cough to the point while you're gagging, might be TMI, but you get like that air cork out and then all hell breaks loose. That's what happened, but thankfully I didn't actually do it. But I'm clean after my my 7 days of being sick. I was gross. It's been a while since I got taken out for a week and a little bit extra. Most of the delays in streams lately has been migraines or headaches. That's the only time that I really like laryngitis and headaches, like full-blown headaches and migraines, as the only time that I can't function on stream. Oh dear. I really wish I caught cute disease. I'm really glad that the majority of it seemed to only have lasted this past week, and that my voice is back, and I'm eating more food now. No, it's just coughing. Sorry, it might sound bad. I probably should mute myself when I do that. Not to sound insensitive, have you considered that there is mold in the house? I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Because I know the previous tenants of this cottage did not take care of it, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's mold. But there's not really too much I could do about it if there is. Which reminds me that I need to clean my air purifier. Mold is often in Fae cottages. It's great for potions. For very, very specific potions for getting me sick. I don't think that... I'm not sure if that would be what it is. Because I always get sick like this every once in a while. Though I can say that I had a very large like portion of time in between the last time I got like sick, which is great. I'm actually surprised because usually at the start of the year, at the end of the year is where I get like the big sick, and then I'm out for a couple weeks. With this, it basically started on Sunday night, I think. It started Sunday night and then kind of progressed. I did have the energy last night. My desk was so cluttered with sick related items because I have like pills and Tylenol and boxed tissues, several water bottles. I actually cleaned up my desk and moved some stuff around. So I now have more access to my audio interface, so I can mute my mic easier. There's still probably some cords I need to move around, but it's a lot less cluttered and claustrophobic. I also put the cat paw back on the desk, so possibly Emily might like laying up here again. I had way too much like all over the desk. Now it's gonna consolidate to one side, but I'm a little worried that it's a little bit too heavy on one side. Because I have my computer, I have my audio interface, I have many clamps on this desk for various usages of things. And then my Switch and my Wii are on this side as well. So hopefully it doesn't put too much stress on one side of the desk legs for the standing desk. Well, yeah. My improvements is I'm eating more food. I'm feeling less nauseated, but food still kind of makes my tummy hurt. I think that's probably because I was eating easy to digest things. So putting regular everyday food in my stomach made it a little bit upset. I'm hoping that after today, with talking with you guys for a little bit, that my throat doesn't go back into you shouldn't be able to talk. But I do have like 4 drinks right now, and I'm drinking peppermint tea as one of them. So it should be okay. I'll make sure to have some throat lozenges later. Also, hi, sea turtle. I hope you guys have been healthy compared to me. And that your week has been relatively pleasant. I hope it's been a decent week for you guys. How are the Mies doing? The Mies are doing okay. I tried to not interact with them too much, but your leg fell off. Oh no. You gotta duct tape that back on. Don't worry, the blood vessels, the muscle, and the skin and nervous system will reattach. You just gotta duct tape that back on. I did make at least 4 Mies in total. Somebody's texting me. I made 4 Mies in total, and then I think that I made like a food related item as well. I still have a couple of Mies that I'm gonna try to make. And we'll see those on the next day that I stream. I'm the one who made the leg fall off. It's mine now. He's not gonna be able to duct tape that back on if you steal his leg. Don't steal somebody's leg. That's unethical. Today I learned that my best friend's gonna be a dad. I hope they're a good papa. You're gonna have a little one around. Subnautica 2 early access comes out in a few days. Oh my god, it does. We gotta, maybe next week if I'm feeling like more to like 80% better, we'll do a Subnautica stream. Because I don't think any amount of Dramamine is gonna help currently, so I'm only gonna do easy to play games. Is it a free early access thing, or is it something that... Is there a price for it? Let's take a look. Let's take a look-see. Paid? Probably. Where is Subnautica 2? Subnautica 2. Ah. Oh, no. Yes, I will update my computer finally later. I think it's been paused for long enough. I probably need to also update my graphics drivers. Hopefully doing those two at the same time won't mess something up. Pause that for now. I'll update it later. Easy to play, go SMT5. Nah, the camera might make me queasy. Oh yeah, it's like, it's 2 days. 2 days. And I'm surprised it's only $29.99. That's surprising. With how good the graphics look? There's probably going to be a lot of people buying it though, so they're probably going to make bank still. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm looking at the preview pictures or the preview gifs in the in the description portion of the Steam page. Oh no. I read an article that the developer of a lot of the monsters of Subnautica, he apparently has thalassophobia, but after like creating these things and creating Subnautica, that it kind of lessened for him. But he said that working on Subnautica 2, one of the monsters that he made definitely brought it back. So that's a little... Now that makes me worried. Yeah, the developer and the publisher of both regular Subnautica and Subnautica 2, along with Below Zero, have all been changed to Unknown Worlds Entertainment. So they won their, I think what was it specifically, a lawsuit suing? I'm not too sure, but they won their case. They completely won their side for the developers, and I'm very happy for them. I don't know exactly what was resolved for it and whether or not they got like compensation or anything. Also, hi Matthias. But they do not have the people that they originally published with on their games, so they had a glorious success. I think I also saw something else recently that people were confirming some rumors or leaks that a lot of Resident Evil remakes and new games are in the works. Let's see if I bookmarked that on Twitter. Where is it? Where is it? Did I bookmark it, or just did I see it in passing? Or maybe it was something that I posted up in here. Hold on. Oh, there's another rumor that they're making, that FromSoft is making a new game and that it's pirate oriented. I was reinstated and they were forced to extend the deadline and leave him have total control, though Crafton then announced a release date to mess with them. Yeah, I think the thing was trying to postpone. They gave a deadline, but were purposely postponing said publish date constantly, even though they still had the deadline going. But yeah, a FromSoft leak or rumor that they're making a pirate-oriented game, and I think that sounds very neat. I wonder if they're still going to be doing stuff with Night Rain though, because it's. I feel like they could still expand upon that. I think I did the May memberships already. Let me double check. Yes, I did. I think I did it at the start. I think I did it at the start of the month. Yeah, I think it was like the first or the second that I did it. I can't wait to show you guys. The island itself is not anything fantastic, but I can't wait to show you guys some of the extra me's that I made. I hope it's a really mysterious kind of pirate game. It's gonna be, if that is true that they're making a game like that, it's gonna be so cool. There's so much that you can do with pirate-oriented lore, with sirens and monsters of the deep and things like that. Depending on a lot of things, I may or may not play it, if that is the case. But it sounds like it'd be very cool. If I have to go into water in a FromSoft game, I might just expire. Yeah, deep sea creatures with From Software mindset. That's gonna be worse than any Subnautica game. Yeah, deep black water, middle of the ocean on hopefully a big enough boat. But what if they don't do a big boat and you're stuck on a small one and you have to like upgrade after a while? It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be horrible. It's going to be absolutely terrifying. With the creatures that they can make, it's gonna make anybody who has thalassophobia like I do just probably cry. That underwater movement about to be controlled like Monster Hunter Drive. I could not. I could probably not play that. I'd probably play for the hee-hoos, but I probably wouldn't last. Just too many crazy things that could potentially come out of the monsters that they make. Oh, my tummy feels a little weird. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. What was another game that I saw? There is something else. But I can't recall. There's something else cool that I saw on Twitter that I cannot remember. What if you get to one portion of the ocean and it's very similar very similar to Scarlet Rot? Like different regions of the oceans just have, you know, like poison or like there are things, bulbous things floating in the water. It's like there is, I think it's a cluster of jellyfish together, but it looks like a big pile of like polyps. Scurvy instead of poison swamp. You gotta eat oranges to stay alive. Yes, scarlet scurvy. You gotta make sure that you're properly stacked up on oranges. Oh, God, I didn't even take my Tylenol. Hold on. I'm gonna take my Tylenol real quick. How are the kitties? The cats are doing pretty good. Binks recently has upchucked a hairball, so he's doing better. Emily has been, I think, not necessarily protective, but she's been very, like, close quarters, following me around everywhere or laying with me on the bed. Every time that I leave the room to go to the kitchen or like hobble to the kitchen to get something to eat or drink, she's right there with me, like more clingy than before. Because sometimes I won't see her a lot throughout the day. And she occasionally comes in to cuddle, and then she stays for a while, naps, and then goes off and does her own thing. She's been a lot more, I'm gonna follow mother around. I gotta keep an eye on you. I'm not truly dying, it just feels like it. We're all good. We're all okay now. I think I did a couple of days forget to take allergy pills, and then there's a few days where it felt so much worse. Yeah, technically we're all expiring slowly. Some slower than others. Oh my god, my eye. Ooh. Oh, my eye's itchy. No accelerated dying. Now, I can't control that. It's all good. I'm already recovering. We're doing peachy. Literally. Despite some of the things I was eating over the course of the week to not upchuck, I did find a really good combination of cooking rice with tonkatsu broth. It's like tonkatsu pre-made ramen broth with rice, some frozen veggies, and an egg. It was actually very delicious and very easy on your tummy for digestion. Yeah, the Go Focus with Your Avatar game had a update a while ago that I kept forgetting to set up, so now we have an outdoor area. It's very pretty. As if I look up, there's auroras, there's shooting stars, meteors. I could even just have it like point this way and it's still great. It's so pretty. I could just not have the music playing too and just have the ambience of the fireplace or the fire pit. The sound of crickets and wind. Very nice. I mean, that's gotta be good. There's no way that's not good. Yeah, if I probably did regular broth, it probably wouldn't be as tasty. Cause if you're doing like chicken broth or bone or beef broth, it's not as flavorful But this is pork broth, tonkatsu ramen. So it's a little bit on the thicker consistency side and has more flavor than the other two. So I didn't really have to put seasonings or extra seasonings other than some... Actually, I didn't even think that I put salt in it. It was just those 4 ingredients together. Which I think it was a bag of frozen carrots and peas. So kind of similar to the veggies that you would get in fried rice. It was very, very good. Very, very nutritional for getting me through the week. Because I really didn't want to eat. I kind of still don't want to eat. Because I haven't had the feeling of like my stomach grumbling for food. But I'm still trying to eat at kind of regular intervals of easier things. Though I am challenging my stomach to see what I can and can't do. I think I lately have been challenging a little bit too much and might need to go back later and just make another one of those easy to eat meals. I'm really glad that we had the tonkatsu broth because it was just so easy to microwave things all together. It's one of the reasons, even though I have a rice cooker, I have these little microwavable, like pre-portioned things of rice. It's like sticky rice or sushi rice, kind of. And I cook that in broth. And it becomes such a soft, mushy deliciousness. It doesn't look great, but my first one didn't look great. Because I made it even with less food and more easily digestible stuff. It looked like slop. I thought you said stinky rice? Sticky rice. Sorry, my nose is still stuffy and my throat's still kind of funky. It's basically kind of like porridge, but it's not like this complete same consistency as porridge, because porridge is a lot more of an overcooked consistency, really mushy. I didn't overcook the rice in the liquid, so it had still a more rice-like consistency. But yeah, basically kind of like porridge. Every time I had problems with my stomach, my mother gave me rusk and orange juice. What's rusk? I did try to have some orange juice, but with my throat hurting, and kind of like raw, drinking the orange juice or something citrusy kind of hurt. So we're back in German. Let me see. Rusk is a twice-baked hard bread or biscuit designed for long shelf life. Oh, okay. Rusk and orange juice. Ah, okay. A crisp sweetened bread similar to a rusk or melba toast made from yeast dough with eggs. Eggs, flour, and sugar is baked twice, sliced, and toasted until dry and crunchy. That sounds tasty. That sounds a lot better than going your typical cracker route. Crackers are also kind of easy to digest. That looks tasty. I remember last time that I got sick, Mama Faye gave me these, I think it's like caraway seed rye crackers. They were tasty. Tasty and very healthy. Don't call myself what? What did I say that sounded sketchy? What did I say? Also, traditional food for teething babies. Oh. Don't worry. What did I say? What did I say that made you say that? You can't say LOL, don't worry about it, you butt. I'm gonna think about it. But I can't because I had a migraine the other day. The IQ points haven't come back yet. You're being mean. Teething babies. Babies that are getting their teeth in from their gums. Thieving. Oh my god. My migraine the other day, I had it for like a day and a half. It was through the entirety of the day and then all through the night until like noon the next day. And I didn't fall asleep for like I want to say like 24 hours. So my sleeping schedule is royally more screwed than it was before. I was surprised I actually woke up and got to do stuff, though I did move stream over by an hour. If you guys actually, if you noticed that, I was still drooling on myself an hour before normal stream time. Or like less than an hour before then, and then I shifted it over. It's like, oh god, I gotta get up. Yeah. It was originally set for an hour earlier. And I couldn't get up. I'm still very weak. I gotta use tools to open up bottles. I've been having to have if I have something that I know that I'm possibly going to drop. If I made soup, I actually had the Fae ferry it up to my room so I didn't potentially drop it while I was utilizing the stairs. So some stuff is still kind of heavy for me. I picked up a bag of like pre-made chicken, like rotisserie chicken bits in a Ziploc bag, and I thought that was heavy. So I thought it'd be a good idea to have somebody else carry my bowl of hot soup into my room. The other day I had to sleep to go to college early, and I like furrowed my brow. That gave me a killer migraine. Oh. Or I had a killer migraine and that made me furrow my brows. I don't know. I don't know sometimes that I like massage my brow bone, and sometimes if I do it a little bit too hard, it feels like it gives me more of a headache, but I don't know if I've already had a headache and I intensified it or if it was like the other way around, like how you feel. It sucks so much. It's always when you have to do something important. Something goes awry or you don't sleep. But in my case, I thankfully didn't really have anything important to do. It's just the entirety of my forehead and my jaw was just in pain. no amount of ice packs or Tylenol or I put magnesium lotion on my face. I put Voltaren, which is an arthritis cream that has Tylenol in it. And I put that all over my face too. All over my forehead, my temples, and my jaw joints. Ugh. Nothing helped. I feel obligated to point out that because there's no brow dedicated bone, the brow bone is the skull. Yeah, it's just like a section of the skull. The cranium. It's like the brow ridge of the skull. Not a separated bit. This has just randomly popped up into my head. Did you know? This is the reason why you have those seam lines in your cranium and skulls. Did you know that one of the big reasons why you make sure not to smack your baby's head on something is because their cranium is still in development. It's still kind of like soft, and I don't think it's necessarily open, but it's really, really easy to separate those bones. It's soft like a baby's cranium. That's the other thing. I think there's certain bones that babies don't have that they grow as they get older, and I think kneecaps. I think kneecaps is one of them. And then there's the separated yeah. If I remember correctly, babies and toddlers don't have kneecaps, and they kind of grow them as time goes on, if I remember correctly. Let me double check that. Let me see. When do you grow the kneecap bone? Is it bone or cartilage? Between the ages of 10 and 12. With the kneecaps becoming fully formed, hard bone to late childhood or early adolescence. Yeah, you have kneecaps fully developed by 10 or 12. Supposedly. So it starts becoming bone at 2 to 6 years of age, but it's not like fully a bone until preteen. Is the second Peach or homunculus you will live in once you die? No, she's just kind of there. Don't worry. That's the that follows your guys' lore that I have a secondary mechanical body. That's the backup body. No, I just let it be cute to still have it there. Because I was debating on whether or not even to just have, you know, me show up and just have the avatar of the game show up. Yeah, they are very underbaked, and some children could be even more underbaked, kind of like I was. I didn't have fully developed lungs when I was born. Yeah, I don't know how to change the phone. Because it's on the avatar itself, but I don't know how to change it. Maybe I could do this. Wait. Acha. There we go. Hidden. Gone. And then I could do this. Oh, nope. That's grabbing the blanket. Whee. I could sit up a little higher. She's dead. I have taken her place. I keep grabbing the blanket. The heck? There we go. Got how? There. Long live Peach. Long live me. I had to go back because I heard I had no lungs when I was born. How? That's way worse than me. How do you have no lungs? How'd you have no lungs? You would have been dead. It sounds like to me that you probably had underdeveloped lungs and not that you had no lungs. That's what you heard me say? No, I had... Sorry, I thought you were talking about yourself there for a second. No, I had underdeveloped lungs. So my lungs weren't fully developed when I was born, so I had to take medication after I was born to help with the development or the rest of the development of my lungs. That's why I have so much issues with breathing. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was born into the world sounding, as Mama Faye put it, a newborn kitten instead of, you know, like a regular crying baby. Born a healthy 3.5 kilograms. .5 kilograms. Oh, 7 pounds. I think I was about that weight, which thankfully really helped. If I went full term, I would have been a big baby. Yeah, I sounded like a newborn kitten. You could totally draw. Just takes practice. I was about, I don't know how many ounces, but I was about 7 pounds, 3 kilograms. It was very helpful for the fact that I was born early. So having the fact that I was a fairly decent sized baby helped with the fact of everything else. Sorry, I was sipping my tea. If you can ever get it, the Celestial brand tea of peppermint is very good. No need for milk or anything, just a little bit of sweetener of your choice. And I personally leave the tea bag in, but you can brew it for however long you please. But their peppermint tea is pretty good. Very helpful with upset tummies. I was evicted as a babu. The doctors were looking at their watches, tapping their foot. Evicted? Were you were a C-section baby? I know some people the baby cooks for too long and needs to be either induced or like do a C-section. Thankfully, Mama Faye didn't need one. I'm glad for that, at least. She had many other complications, but at least that was not one of them. Healing from a C-section is brutal. You were a C-section because of twins. Yeah, very, very rarely do I hear twins being born without a C-section. Or at least nowadays. Because it's a lot easier. As long as you know that you have, like, the able body to do so. It's always interesting hearing about how somebody was brought into the world. Because sometimes you have cases where some babies have the umbilical cord wrapped around them, which can cause another like set of problems depending on what they're attached to. Personally, as notably not a woman, I'd rather get cut open. I think it'd be too worried for the baby if I had to push it out. Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into pushing a baby out. Because you have to wait until you're dilated. You have to push when your body wants to push rather than when the doctor wants you to push. Because if you do not push, or if you push when your body is not ready to push, it can cause horrible problems. And I know that certain settings, they kind of rush you or try to rush you to get the baby out as quickly as possible. Because some they have to aid you if it gets stuck. Because some people do not have, because your pelvis separates, which makes it really, that's why you see a lot of mothers, other than, you know, having the big belly that they do the waddling about, like a penguin. It's because their pelvis has separated, so it makes room to be able to push baby out. Depending on the situation, sometimes a cesarean is safer, but also can potentially, depending on your body and other like factors, could be complicated. I think probably the scariest kind of idea that you could have is like twins. Twins is a lot. Triplets. Oh. And you can't always carry to full term sometimes when it comes to multiple babies. what's wrong with kiwis? Their egg to body ratio? Oh. Oh my god. No. How? How did they survive pushing an egg out that big? Oh, if we were like kiwis, we'd be birthing 35-pound babies. Oh. Oh, this picture has 2 eggs. Why does it have 2 eggs? Is that for two? I hope that's for 2 different mothers. There's no way that there's more than one egg coming out of that bird. Oh. Oh. How does the fruit lay eggs? They're just you know what, they're actually like very much in the shape of a kiwi, just with the extra head appendage. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh my dear. You had triplets in your class in elementary school? Every time that I think about the fact that a mother has had 2 or more babies in one pregnancy, I can only imagine how funky that was, because at some point you're gonna definitely be on complete bed rest with how big your belly is, because you can't be walking around. Yeah, hyenas give birth in a very interesting way. And it's also kind of terrifying to think about. I kind of refuse to Google how exactly they give birth, or like the visuals of how they give birth, because I know what happens, but I don't want to know what it looks like. It's a little scary. Hey, at least we're also not like sharks. Sharks do live births, but they still have eggs. And only like 2 to 3 sharks, like great white sharks specifically, they have a bunch of eggs, but the ones that hatch first are the ones that eat their brethren in the womb. And only 2 to 3 sharks that survive are the ones that get birthed. Yeah, but you get to eat your siblings, so pros and cons. Absorbing your twin to get stronger. Hey, that's how some people become chimeras. There's a lot of medical mysteries of, like, you birthed your child, but your child's technically not your child because you absorbed your twin in utero, and certain organs can be belonging to your twin DNA wise, and so you become classified as a chimera because certain portions of your body are yours, but they're not technically yours medically, scientifically. And I think, if I remember correctly, if twins have children, the children are more genetically matched sibling wise than cousins. Yeah, it is neat to hear about, but somebody, if like how they kind of find these things out is like it goes through some horrible situations before they figure it out. If that was me, one of their organs better not fail. Just imagine. I know there's other situations where you absorb your twin, but it's not like you get their organs, but they actually are sort of like slightly living inside of you. Or you can have like extra appendages because you've it's not like a full fusion. The human body does weird things. It's really both scary and intriguing at the same time, the things that bodies do. Like, I hate my body, but I'm also intrigued by the fact that it can do the things that it does. Want 4 hands and arms? That's a lot. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that if you have those kinds of appendages, they're not even fully developed. They are not usually functional, which is why most of the time they get surgically removed. I am astonished by the fact that my body does the things that it does, but I also hate it because I have to live in it. Having issues with like connective tissues is awful. Hi, new viewer. I've just gotten off of being sick, so this is probably not going to be too exciting. My apologies. I've been sick for the past week, so we're just kind of talking about random things. Yeah, when you realize you have an issue with your body, the things that you notice, the things that you don't realize about a human body, when you're in pain or sore, you don't realize how much muscles that are being used to do certain things. I remember reading Iron Mouse. She was finally able to go like up and down stairs, but she said that going up the stairs is easier than going down the stairs. And while some people might disagree, I actually like really agree with her. There's a lot more like stabilizing of your balance and trying to make sure that your legs don't give out when going down the stairs compared to going up the stairs. There's a lot more muscle that goes into it. Your inside swish. In my case, I sometimes feel like weaker than I am on some days, and my joints like to slip out of place. So sometimes going down the stairs is a lot harder than going up the stairs. Yeah, going down the stairs is controlled falling. I agree with that statement. I tense up a lot more trying to go down the stairs. And with being sick for the past week, don't say that there's a faster way. The faster way is the harsher way. With my being sick for the past week, I've been extra weak. So every time that I take a step down the stairs, my legs and my knees are shaking. they are trembling, trying to keep stability as I go down the stairs. I have been to Japan once. I don't quite remember it because it was when I was very, very young. Back in the day. I hope that there never comes a day where I fall down the stairs. Like full on fall down the stairs. I have slipped. And I have fallen up the stairs. As well as like down a few steps. But only by sliding, never by full on falling. I do want to go back to Japan someday. It'd be nice to see the places that I don't remember. Happy Tuesday. I remember I fell off the porch outside and I think I broke my leg. Oh my god. I fell on the concrete once and slammed my wrist on the my wrist on the concrete. And that's how I broke my my growth plate in my wrist. I hope I don't do a Peter Griffin down the stairs. That's my big fear. If I ever do not have like a proper railing, because when I'm particularly weak, I utilize both railings on the staircase and go one step at a time. That's what I've been doing the past week. That's how I safely get down the stairs. I grasp both staircase railings, and if I'm particularly bad, I'll do literally one step, flat feet, one step, instead of like one leg per step. One time I was fighting against my Taekwondo teacher as a child, and I got kicked in such a way I hurt my arm. Oh! Did it tear a ligament? Oh my god. You kept fighting and bruised his arm? Well, at least you got him back for it. Next time I do a hand cam stream, I need to show you guys what else my hands do. Because I've been like observing my hands more, and I've noticed that my my right hand actually has more flexibility in some of the joints than my left hand does. Like my my thumb does something it should not be doing. I'll freak you guys out with my hands. Because it looks like this is probably technically dislocating it. Probably. Oh my goodness. Do I still have? I might still have a Lego set to do on Christmas next year, or this upcoming Christmas. I have to double check. I don't remember if I do. Because we did the Chinese New Year Lego set. I think I should still have a plant Lego set. Did you guys see the mushroom Lego set? When it comes out, I'm gonna pop that on my throne wish list, and maybe at some point we can do that for another Christmas stream. I was checked and it was seemingly fine. My arm was dangling for a couple days. Seemingly fine, but it was Did you have like, Was there proper mobility in the arm, or it's just that you had to make sure that you didn't utilize that arm for a couple of days? Oh my goodness. That sounds so painful and inconvenient. That's terrifying. Why does it keep grabbing that? Oh my goodness. Oh, maybe I can... Eh. God dang you. What the f... This is grandma learning new technology. They haven't done before. Ugh. My right arm was out of commission. Didn't hurt that much though. That's terrifying for them to say that it's seemingly fine, but you couldn't utilize it. I would fear that there was something truly wrong with it. That's scary. That's like suddenly losing a like mobility in your arm or your other limbs. That sounds like something would have been really bad. How's the weather treating you? We had a few days with sun, 20 degrees Celsius, and another around 12 degrees with rain. I think it rained yesterday, and I think it was thunderstorming a bit. Maybe that's where the migraine came from. Hold on. Where is my weather app? The AC has been working pretty good lately, though I think we're still gonna have to call to get something checked out again. Because the maintenance fairy who replaced the fuse for the AC said something about refrigerant was not at full capacity, and we barely have used the AC function because it was super cold. So there's something else that has to be checked out. But the temperature hasn't been too bad, though. I think it's gonna start getting bad pretty soon at the end of May. Like closer to the end of May. Let's actually take a look. What is the weather app telling me? Oh my dear. See, we're still in pretty cool weather right now, but apparently next week it's gonna get higher. We'll test the full function of the AC at that point. I had no messed up ligaments, no torn muscles. I could move my fingers and I could flex it a little bit. So we waited and saw it. Eventually my arm was able to move. Your body repaired it somehow. I'm glad it recovered. That must have been a scary few days for you. I remember, I don't know what I did, but I do remember at one point, my dominant hand, my left hand, I messed up my wrist really bad. And I couldn't really hold like chopsticks or like really like grip things for like a week. Otherwise it'd be like painful. I would assume that I must have stretched something out, or something was like out of place. And that was before I ever knew about the concept of like ligament issues. So I probably messed something up unintentionally, just like doing everyday things. I was far less scared than if that happened to me now. Like, as a kid, you're not as like scared of certain things. It might be inconvenient, but you don't have as much of a fear factor when it comes to certain things. It's like when children fall over, and you know how sometimes they kind of have that blank stare state, like, oh my god, what just happened? You're trying to process it, and it's usually when the parents go over and start freaking out that their child fell over is when the child will start crying. But if you're very nonchalant about it, a child will like process it differently, and they'll be fine rather than a crying mess. So probably it was like the normal, like, less of a fear factor that children have. That's why children get into such dangerous situations. I was going to school and my dominant hand is the right one, so I was more so annoyed than anything. Yeah. Thankfully, whenever I have injured a arm or hand, I'm kind of ambidextrous, which you kind of have to be if you're left-handed. So I'm pretty okay with having to do things with my right hand. I don't think that I can write anymore with my right hand. I would probably have to retrain myself to do that. But I do remember back in the day that I did used to be able to write with both hands. Not that my right hand was like really great at it or anything, because I never like developed it more so, but I was ambidextrous enough. There's a lot of tools that I use with my right hand rather than my left hand, because most things are made for right-handed people. Most scissors are not universal, so you have to, some of them are like specialized scissors, so I think that most good scissors nowadays are ambidextrous. If you get like cheap scissors, they're for right-handed people. Oh my god, my nose is stuffy. Looking at you, soup ladle. Yeah, I kind of I have a pot that I would utilize for broths or soups or like making tea with, but I have like a gooseneck kettle now. It only one of them only has a spout on one side, and you have to utilize your right hand to pour properly into a reservoir. Which is why I like those little pots that have a spout on either side. I think I never tried to do too much of anything with my left hand at the time, and then when I realized my other hand was literally useless, scissors would make you angry. Yeah, they're kind of stupid. If you angle the scissors correctly, you can. You could still use right-handed scissors. Sorry, right-handed scissors, properly, but it won't be smooth. You won't be able to get like a smooth cut all the way through as if you were holding it with your right hand. Left-handed sisters. Goodness. How did I get sisters when I was talking about scissors? There wasn't even a T in the word that I use next after scissors. My IQ points need to come back. I need to be less stupid. My sister is right-handed. Perfect segue. Yeah, Papa Faye and I are left-handed. And all the other Faye and Mama Faye and the cottage are right-handed. In fact, they did when I used to use them when my arm was out. Why did the teacher allow me to even attempt that? It was with literally one hand is beyond me. You might not have had a great teacher. Either that or a very tired teacher. That just sounds dangerous. Because cutting something with one hand is so dangerous because you can't stabilize what you're holding if your other hand's not working. I am not sure how some people do it where they only have one hand to do it. I'm pretty sure there's probably like specialized scissors for that. Or specialized things to hold what you're cutting. What did you do with one hand that was dangerous, young? No, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. We were talking about Matthias. Matthias back in the day had an injury to their arm, which made it completely useless for a couple of days. And they were talking about utilizing scissors. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I've also been good this week. I didn't stream when I couldn't stream because I was sick. It was rounded scissors. It was safe enough. I remember trying to lower them to my right hand because I could move some fingers, but that didn't work. Oh, that's so awful. Yeah, at least rounded scissors are okay. I've recently seen there's new more like child safe scissors. And this one you can still like cut paper and cut things with it, but you can't cut hair. It's really interesting. There's so many children that have cut their own hair either on accident or on purpose with scissors, but these scissors, they don't cut hair, but they cut paper. It's really awesome. Also, hi Wisp. How you doing? Are you proud of me? I took care of myself this week, and I've been feeling a lot better. I purposely didn't stream because you guys would have been mad at me. Yeah, it is huge. I don't know if they're like expensive scissors or anything, but it's really neat with people coming up with the technology to so the children don't accidentally hurt themselves and or, you know, give themselves a Barbie haircut. I've done good this week. I took care of myself. I may not have slept a lot because it's kind of hard to sleep when I'm sick. But I've been doing pretty good. We wouldn't have been mad. We would have been disappointed. See, I knew you guys. I knew you guys would be disappointed or mad at me. I would be mad. Hi, Vidalin. I am alive. Yeah, some of you would definitely be mad and disappointed. At least I was able to play some Tomodachi Life and a little bit of World of Warcraft when I wasn't pukey. I've been making, with what little resources I have, I've been making a house in World of Warcraft, and it's been fun messing around with the potential. Ew, wow. WoW's not that bad. It's still a fun game. I played it on and off since its first edition. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad I'm doing better. It's nice to be able to like fully open my eyes and not have, you know, forehead pain from a headache. Could be worse, I guess. All MMOs have their issues. I don't really play with a lot of people. It's just like close-knit friends that I play with. I don't raid anymore. I just kind of go through story, do armor collection, things like that. But with the housing stuff, because my friend bought me Midnight, because they wanted to see what I would do with the housing in the game. Yeah, World of Warcraft. I played before the first expansion. When I play WoW, I go through old raids solo. Yeah, I did that recently because some of the raids have furniture items that you can get. Also, you know, trying to get mounts and stuff like that too. I want to go back and play in October and see if I can get some of the Halloween mounts again. Can we relocate you to a cottage at the sea? I'd like to be in a cottage at sea if there was no such thing as tsunamis. If there's no such things as tornadoes and tsunamis, I would love a cottage by the sea. Going through old raids though with really high level characters is so much fun. So I think certain raids you still can't do without at least 2, maybe 3 people, depending on the mechanics of the boss. Yeah, slaying gods for a nice sofa. In this case, I think I was getting a fountain or something. It's one of the Suramar raids. It had a really, really lovely fountain that I wanted to get. Got it to Germany. I have a Leroy Jenkins wristband to get me through work. Yeah. He has his own coffee? What? He actually, going through the story in Midnight, there's the Void are attacking a certain area, and his character, Leroy Jenkins, is actually, you can see the NPC in the raid. Or it's not like a dungeon or anything, it's like story campaign stuff. You can actually see his name and he's fighting the Void with you. I know, face. I didn't know he had his own coffee. That's amazing. I love that he's still relevant in World of Warcraft to this day. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on. Gene. Leroy Jenkins Coffee by Player One Coffee. Oh my god. Okay, so it's the gaming coffee brand. A high caffeine gamer focused blonde roast designed for and inspired by the iconic World of Warcraft meme. That's so cool. Leroy Jenkins. Oh, blonde roast is very high in caffeine. That's so cool. That was, I don't even remember what raid that was. Was that Blackrock Spiral? Was it Blackrock? Upper Blackrock Spire. Spire, not Spiral. Oh my goodness. It's such an old meme. When did World of Warcraft come out? No, AI overview. That's not the expansion I'm talking about. Came out 2004. It is 22 years old. Wow. And they're still going strong with the expansions. So far, I've been really liking the story with Midnight and being back in Silver Moon. Don't do the math. It's been a while. It's been a long while. What other MMOs have you guys played that are something that either you don't play anymore or is like an older or technically considered an older game? Because there's a lot. There's a lot of MMOs nowadays. But I'm trying to remember some of the more iconic ones. RuneScape's old. Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, EverQuest. That's really old. Maple Story is actually older than World of Warcraft by a year. I played Final Fantasy XIV when it was new and bad. I wonder what the oldest MMO is. Let's take a gander. MMORPG. Gemstone. Launched in 1988. A text-based one. Oldest graphical, Meriden 59. Longest running social MMORPG, Arcadia? I've been going back and playing Monster Hunter 3 Try with my totally legal 3DS. Oh, Mabinogi? Oh my god, that is old. Mabinogi. That's old. I think one of the other ones that I used to play, Ragnarok online, which is still, I think, active. And I think I occasionally dabbled in I think it was Vindictus. And then Maple Story, of course. Wasn't there other Mabinogi games? Oh yeah, I did play Digimon Online as well. Does that still exist? Digimon... Was it Digimon Masters? No. Yes. Yeah. Digimon Masters. Oh my god. I actually did pay money for a Candlemon egg in Digimon Masters because hatching Digimon was a feat in that game. Tibia Online. Oh, does this still exist? The website's there. Is not only active but thriving in 2026. Remains a popular, continuously updated MMORPG with regular content updates, thousands of active players. Oh, so it's still active and still working. What are Dark Ages? Does Dark Ages still? Or is it private servers? It still exists. Oh. That's also a very old pixel MMO. I'm going to ask you this, Peach, and don't act like you know why I'm asking you this, but do you know anything I can add some spice to my coffee? Add some spice to your coffee? Don't act like you... Are you talking about, like, adding heat or adding, like, pumpkin spice? Alcohol? No. Don't add alcohol to the coffee. Not mayo. I like doing... When I make coffee sometimes, I like mixing a packet of hot chocolate and chili powder. Hot. Yeah, pepper hot spice. I have a jar of like straight up chili powder. I put a smidge in it for like a nice spice to making a mocha, basically. Chili oil might be too much. Chili oil might be too much. Don't put seaweed in your coffee. Also, don't get the most expensive coffee in the world. That's just gross. Don't do that. What other things that you could put? Cinnamon, nutmeg, not gasoline. Not gasoline, not batteries. This is not how you make coffee spicy. No, not bleach. These are not okay things. Wasabi? I don't know how wasabi would go well with... I mean, I think somebody's done wasabi chocolate. Maybe it might still be similar to putting chili powder in your coffee. Yeah, chocolate powder is making a mocha. You drink Cuban coffee? I'm putting a little bit of chili powder might be tasty. Though I think probably if I'm going for coffee, and I don't, if I'm not going for like just generic coffee, I do like Vietnamese coffee. That's like the caffeine of coffee. Vietnamese coffee with condensed milk or sweetened condensed milk is really tasty. Same thing with Thai tea, condensed milk. And if you're feeling really fancy with it, you put like flavored syrups in it. Some syrups are not great unless you're making them yourself. I have had a few syrups that are supposed to be chai flavored, but they never, unless it's like mixed with something else. Most straight up chai, unless you're getting the good brands, are not tasty syrups. Just go for the chai concentrate if you don't want to make it yourself. Or you can do what I'm doing right now and drinking peppermint tea. I've only had 1 cup of coffee this week. I had some cold brew yesterday. I'm still trying to refrain from drinking coffee until I'm fully recovered from my cold. I'm hoping that after today, I think I said this earlier, I'm hoping that my voice, my vocal cords continue to get better and not worse after today. Because this is the most amount that I've talked in the past week. But probably the tease is helping because I think that it's gotten a little bit more raspy or gravelly in the past, what, hour? Yeah, almost 2 hours since we've been streaming. I think the 2 coffees that I have right now, or actually I think I have three different types of coffee. I have cold brew, which is pre-made cold brew in the fridge. It's blonde roast, Califia brand. Very tasty coffee. I have a instant espresso or instant coffee that's also blonde roast. And then we don't have a Keurig, but we have K-cups of Arabica coffee. Arabica, I think is how you pronounce it. But it's like pre-portioned coffee pods. And we just utilize a knife to open up the K-cups. And it stays fresh instead of getting a whole bag of pre-ground coffee or pre-ground coffee beans. You get like a big box of the Arabica coffee and it stays fresh per coffee pod. And it makes some pretty tasty coffee. I think it's Nespresso for the instant coffee or instant blonde coffee that I have, which is also tasty, but it has a little bit of a bitter quality to it. But that's just like a pinch of salt. Iced or hot? Typically, I have the Arabica coffee and the Nespresso instant blonde roast hot. Sometimes I'll ice it. Otherwise, I utilize the cold brew that I already have in the fridge. Hello, hello. Greetings from Brazil. Hello, welcome. I like sparkling water. I don't drink much else. I like a wide variety of drinks. Like, right now, I have 4 drinks. I have peppermint tea. I have a ginger ale. I have a electrolyte drink, which is coconut and strawberry. And then I have water. Making your own brand of coffee. Blue lavender wisp coffee. Some people do lavender coffee. I have never tried it before, but it sounds good. I have coffee flavored products. I have some special blend from a local cafe. I've got some coffee that I forgot what it was that I've got. Instant chocolate mousse cappuccino. That's only acceptable cold. Only acceptable cold? What does it taste like warm? Does it not have like the same impact of flavor? There's only some coffees that I like cold rather than hot. And I think probably blonde roast might be one of them. Cold brew tastes better, or the higher the caffeine for me tastes better cold than it does hot. Bet her water is barely touched. No. They are all equally drinking out of. I've been rotating between the ginger ale, the peppermint tea, the strawberry coconut drink, and the water. It tastes like hazelnut milk tea. Ooh. Oh, that sounds tasty. Get on my hydration level, though. I have 4 drinks. How many do you have with you? How many drinks do you guys currently have, and have you had water today? Yeah, but I have hazelnut tea. Yeah. If you already have something that already tastes similar, it feels like a waste of money. Sorry. Oh my god. I have a bottle of 1.5 liter sparkling water bottle next to me. Good, good, good. I don't know if the Fae said that they were going grocery shopping today. I wonder if I could ask them to bring me home ginger beer. It's not actual beer, but it's like a more potent ginger drink. I'm texting. No, ginger beer is not alcohol. It's just like a really potent ginger flavor. I like it more than normal like ginger. The main brand ginger ale, like Schweppes and Canada Dry, they don't have like the potency of ginger beer or other like crafted ginger drinks. They just call it ginger beer, but because I think it's the way that they make it. Oh, you have the water bottle that has the funny hydration levels on it? Good. I'm glad you have liquids. Giant water bottle. You have cherry Coke Zero and chocolate milk. Have you guys had water today? I would like a pastry. I don't think my stomach will like it, but my taste buds will. I have had a toast with peanut butter and honey, so that has been satiating my sweet tooth while still having easy to digest. Water is for suckers, you butthole. This is why you have headaches. Canada Dry is 1% ginger. Yeah, that's why I like having ginger candy or ginger chews. Or if I really want like potent ginger, I have sushi ginger in the fridge if I really need it. It's too cold for regular water. Yeah, you get tea. Get a warm hydrating drink. Really, anything can hydrate you. Because most drinks are made up of water of some sort. Oh my god. Tea went down the wrong tube. Oh my god. Oh, it's good. Only a little bit went through. Enough to make me do like a very funky sounding cough. Don't worry, I won't throw up. So what is sushi ginger? It's like pickled ginger. Thin slices of ginger that is pickled for sushi. It's those really thin slabs, slices of ginger that they usually have with sushi. Random. It's not even random words. It's like different. It's still ginger. It's just the presentation that it is given to you. Yeah. If you actually look it up, I think it's like that form of it is called sushi ginger. Yeah, they can either look yellow in color or pink-ish. I think the one that I have is specifically pickled ginger in a jar in the fridge. In my defense, we went from beer to sushi. Yeah. I have varying different forms of ginger for nausea. I have throat lozenges that have that's honey and ginger. I have another one that's lemon and ginger. I have peppermint tea. I have ginger tea. I have, I think it might be lemon ginger tea. And then occasionally if I find them, there's a brand called Ginger Chews. That's also like really potent ginger candy. And that's also, they're tasty, a little bit on the spicy side, but that's how you know it's like you got the good ginger. It's the same thing with, there's a brand called Fever Tree, and they have ginger beer, and it has like particles or like leftover like ginger bits in it as well. So it's really potent in the ginger ingredients. And I find that that works so much better with nausea than regular like soda cans of ginger. No, I have not worked on the Discord at all. I keep looking at it because we have it set up to have a few bots in it for when I post tweets on Blue Sky. And I keep looking at it, it's like, oh god, I gotta find the time to put channels in there and categories, and my apologies that we sort of started the process, but I've kind of let it lay in limbo for a while. I gotta look at some other Discord servers to get some inspiration for how I want the categories and the text channels to be set up. And I think the most horrible bit is gonna be trying to figure out the permissions between each channel. Next working stream, setting it up. The stream announcement bot has been disappointing me, so that might be an ongoing under construction section, but yeah. Yeah. I feel bad. It's just been sitting there for so long, I'm sorry. Yeah, the stream core doesn't seem to work very well. And I don't know what other bots there could be for it. You have a decent feel for the permissions? Okay. So I'll have to try soon to figure out the text channels. And then we can figure out how to set up the permissions for it and the roles and everything. Because I do have a couple of VTuber oriented Discord servers that I'm in, so I could probably take some inspiration out of that. But probably when it actually gets put up, it's still probably going to be a work in progress as you like add more channels and things like that for more YouTube oriented things. I know that Sapphire is a good bot for Twitch streams. Don't know if it works with YouTube. Yeah, a lot of bots are more Twitch oriented than YouTube oriented. I'll have to mess with it. Every time that I think about working on it, something goes wrong. Like I get sick, or I'm doing something else, or it's just been put on the back burner. I'm somewhat suspect that part of the reason why the bot isn't as responsive is that it doesn't detect a lot of activity from the server, so maybe it thinks it's dead. I've seen at least one server that uses Streamcord and doesn't seem to have any problems. Okay. So I guess we could keep that one for now, and once we start, you know, messing with the channels more, we can see what happens. But it could be that I'm being cheap and only using the free version. Maybe they're paying. It could be. It could be. I'd rather not pay for the bots. Because because I think probably because I never am not going to do a going live tweet. So if it's not completely accurate, I'm fine with that. Because then I will always tweet when I'm going live. I think maybe there might also be a way to, once I get YouTube attached to that Discord server, it might be a little bit better, possibly. I think that I have to detach it from my own account and then attach it to the channel. Because then it has like other things it can do with it. No idea what any of that means, but good luck. Maybe that's another reason that I'm subconsciously not wanting to work on it, because I know it's going to be difficult. But that's okay. It'll come out eventually. And then you guys can have your meme tab and the food tab, and you guys can share with me your foods. Maybe I'll work on it later if I'm not trying to fall asleep. I gotta get my sleep schedule kind of regulated. Not like it ever will be properly regulated, but I can get it better than it is now. I need some energy. Oh. Speaking of heading back to work. Bye, Wiz. See you later. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer, so if we don't see you back before the end, have a good day. You're freezing. Do you have socks? Do you have blanket? Have you eaten recently? You need some fuel to help warm your body. If I could, I would share with you the current temperature of my room, which is a tad bit toasty. You just ate? Oh, it's gotta work. It's gotta work into your system. Give me a hydration channel that I can spam to remind you to hydrate. Yeah, I will. Hold on, let me get a sticky note out. Where's my pen? Where is my pen? What? Did I put my pen over here? Ah, there you are. This way I can remember things. Cold in the northern hemisphere. Right, down for Discord. Hydration channel. We can all remind each other to drink water. Hydration channel. Food. Food channel. Four degrees Celsius. I think my tummy is rebelling a bit for what I ate earlier. Well, it probably wasn't a good idea to eat macaroni. I think soup is in my future for dinner. Oh, I'm kind of hoping it stays cold for longer, but I know summer is just around the corner here. Hold your horses, I'm from Argentina, so you might want to rescind that handshake. Oh no. Oh, that's not it. What? Oh, I do think that my lower tummy is rebelling. Oh boy, 1 a.m. Perfect time for 4-cheese pizza. Pizza. I think my stomach would also rebel for pizza. If it's not doing well with a little bit of chicken and macaroni, I don't think that pizza's gonna sit well either. I think I will definitely make some of the same rice concoction that I made the other day. Getting your stomach some cheese leek soup. Cheese. I need a pack of easy already made leek soup. I'm sad. Every grocery store I go to does not have the packets that I would love to get of leek soup. It's an easy powder to just put in your soups, in liquids, and then just stir it until it's like thick in consistency. Maybe I'd have to order it online. Maybe I wonder if I can find frozen leeks. Maybe that would also be a good one. I was making a sauce for my noodles that I like, and then I was out of chili powder or anything mildly spicy, so the sauce was incomplete. Ah, I've been feeling like my foods have been on the blander side because I haven't been able to put, you know, spice to it. If certain foods feel so... They feel like they're off in taste because they don't have a bit of spice to it. I feel sad that I don't have my spice. I can't put my Cholula in. I have a bottle of garlic chili Cholula and it's delicious and I highly recommend it. Adding a little bit of spice or adding like Korean red pepper powder is also tasty in a lot of foods. We've had 3 centuries of war because of people really wanting their spice. Unfortunately, yeah. It's a dark part of history. Which to which there has been many of. Yeah. Gosh, I hope in the next couple of days, as I hope to stream the day after tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'm not the same as today. I want to be better. I want to be not sick. Like not sick like this. Lately, I haven't been able to do much with my food recently. Is when come home, slap slap the meat on a skillet and go change clothes. Parentheses, pause. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes when you're tired and have to go to bed soon, the easiest option is like baking something or putting something in the microwave. And that's not a bad thing. But it gets a little tiring, especially when you're wanting something that's like more substantial. I like cooking, but I don't always have the energy for cooking. Oh, did you guys see, before I wrap things up, did you guys see the new Star Fox game that's coming out next month? I was really surprised. I think the fact that they put Star Fox in the most recent Mario movie was a marketing strategy for the game that's coming out. I've seen pictures but not watched any of the videos. I haven't watched the full trailer, but I have seen a little bit of clips of it. And it looks neat. It's basically a reimagined version of the 64 game. Yeah, it is stuck in Star Fox 64. But the thing is that Star Fox 64 is not even the original Star Fox. That's a remake of the Star Fox game. So they've made like, I think now like four remakes of the original Star Fox game. There were leaks, so I knew it was coming. I didn't see any of the leaks. Though I really do like the design that they have gone for. It's really like nicely realistic and kind of similar to the style of the original game, or like the original like concept for the characters. I kind of like their digi legs And I'm glad that they gave that to them. They're trying to make a Smash movie so hard. I mean, they kind of already have, haven't they? I mean, even if it's a Mario movie specifically, they've been adding characters or cameos of non-Mario related characters. I saw people complaining about the realistic style. Yeah, because they're so used to Smash Bros. And then the most recent Star Fox in the Illumination Galaxy movie. I do think that if they did happen to change any of the design before the game comes out next month, I saw somebody adjust just like the eye size for the characters, and it gives them like a good balance between the Smash Bros design and a more realistic look. But I think people are so partial to the Smash Bros design that anything remotely different, like the Digilegs are different. It probably is kind of like off-putting for them, or it doesn't feel right because they're so used to the other design. Yeah, I do remember the OG Sonic design. It was awful for the movie. I feel like they the best they'd be able to hope for is Smash 64 with it. It's rather limited roster. I do think that it is too late to change the style, but the style is still great. I think it's really good. As despite the Smash Bros design, which it has like the thicker boots, I believe the original design concept was robotic legs for the characters. Due to the nature of their space travel and everything. I think it was a part of the lore. So they had mechanical legs instead of like the Digilegs that we see. Speaking of movies, I'm afraid of the Legend of Zelda movie. I kind of am too, but I will hold my thought process on it until it comes out. I don't know if I'll see it day of, but I will hold my judgment until I get like my own peepers on it. You say that, but they fixed Sonic. Anything's on the table. I think they postponed the movie a little bit for Sonic, didn't they? So that they were able to fix the issue with the design for Sonic, which I'm really glad they listened to the fans with that one, because the design that came out after was perfect. It was like a really good sense of realism to cartoonish. But I think it's the first week or two of June is when it comes out. Yeah, it was postponed for almost a year. Yeah, because they had to remake like a good amount of the CGI for it. I want a full documentary explaining in detail how much of a moron the Sonic movie executives and producers were to choose the first design. The only person we know was both involved in Mobius and Into the Spider-Verse, so if you ignore the fact that it's a live action, it might be a 50-50. Huh. And the animation studio went bankrupt? I did not know that. Hello there, fellow back pain sufferers. Hello. My back is actually doing okay today. It was not doing great last night, but it's doing decent today. I think I also saw that they're potentially wanting to make a Star Fox movie, but it's Illumination that's going to be making it, like the Mario movie, so I don't think it's going to be serious enough. Because when I think of Star Fox, I think of the more serious side of Star Fox because he's a mercenary. I feel like Illumination might be a little bit too silly for like a good Star Fox movie, but that's just a thought process. They could probably do it a lot of good with it. Illumination does make good movies, but I think they're more partial to doing comedy movies than they are to make something serious. But I could be wrong. I don't know what kind of direction that or like story that they would want to tell with Star Fox. Oh, I feel like it would have to be serious to a degree because it's space fighting and Andros and the like. So I feel like something akin to like Star Wars style, I feel would make a good Star Fox movie. Not that you couldn't make jokes with Star Fox because he makes jokes all the time, but I think it would need to be more on the serious side than joking side. I think Illumination has one decently good Star Fox movie and no more. I wonder what other potential like Nintendo games that would get a movie. They make commercial hits, not masterpieces. That's true. I will say that Illumination has done a lot of good with Minions, but I think it's been milked for far too long. I think they need to stop making Minion movies and work on something else. Like something of their own making. Bayonetta would be a cool. Would you want an animated or would you want it live action for Bayonetta? It sets up Smash. Imagine. Smash all the Nintendo characters together. If they did make a Smash movie, do you think that it would not be like the most recent Smash games? Because that'd probably be too many characters and too many perms that they would have to get to do that. Because then you would need so many companies' permissions to make a Super Smash Bros. Game. No more live action movies. Bayonetta is all about the crazy over the top shenanigans. I'd prefer animated. Yeah, I think I would prefer an animated movie for Bayonetta as well. I think she would even make a great like animated TV series. I doubt that they'd stick to any particular roster. I think it probably might be too difficult to make a Smash Bros. Movie and have it be like a logical, concise story. I'm pretty sure that somebody could figure out how to do it, but it might be a little difficult. I don't think it would be smooth. Because if they did the most recent Smash, they would have to have Square Enix. Well, not that they would have to have it as like the forefront. Also, what kind of character would have to be the main character too? There's so many thought processes to that. Infinity War happened, it just took 10 years of setup. That is true, but I feel like these superhero movies are all very similar to each other compared to a Mario game, a Pokemon game, and a Kirby game. Kirby's the main character. Yeah, the original roster was Mario, characters, mother characters, Earthbound, Kirby, Fox, Samus, Captain Falcon, Pikachu, and Jigglypuff. So they had 4 Mario characters: Kirby, Ness, Link, Fox, Samus, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon. And then Super Smash Bros. Had like Mario and Dr. Mario as 2 different characters. They added Falco with Fox, Ness, Ice Climbers, Zelda, Link, Young Link, Marth, Roy, Mr. Game & Watch. 2 new Pokemon, which is Mewtwo and Pichu. Ganondorf. Was Ganondorf in the original? No. No, he was only in Super Smash Bros. You know, the massive amount of players that we have to have today. Seriously, though, he starts every Smash trailer. He survived the extinction and he's Sakurai's baby. Oh, you know what? That would make sense to make Kirby the main character. Or at least, like, the main out of however many main characters that they would put. Oh my god, you can't... It's so hard to look up all of the original characters. There's so many characters now. Just show me Super Smash Bros. Roster. What the heck? Not that. Not that. No, I don't want Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. Wonder who's considered currently the most powerful character in Smash Bros. The ones that just like top all the others. By original, we mean the N64 ones. Are we calling something else the original? There's Super Smash Bros. For the GameCube. I was looking for the roster for that one. Because the original one is not that many characters, but I was trying to remember all of the characters that they had for regular Super Smash Bros. And not Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Was it Brawl? Was it called Super Smash Bros. Brawl? Was Brawl the Melee? Ah, yes, Melee and Brawl. Brawl came out before Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Melee. There you go. Okay, so Melee had... Okay, so I did see that. So Melee had Mr. Game & Watch, Marth, Roy, Mewtwo, Pichu. Still just Ness, added Fox and Dr. Mario, and then Peach. So Brawl is the one that had Lucario, Wolf, Meta Knight, Snake, Ike added in. Yeah, it is the Wii one, that's right. They added Sheik to Zelda. Pit was added in. Wario, Rob. Oh, Olimar was also added into it. Meta Knight was one of the big challengers for Smash Bros. Oh, so Brawl also had Sonic added, along with Toon Link. I only got to play the original Smash Bros. Because I'm broke and I could only emulate up to like the PSP level consoles. Yeah, the original Smash Bros. Is not something that you can really get anymore, unless you're paying, unless you're selling a kidney. It's available to buy them, and that's only if you have a console to play on. Ah, the Pokemon trainer was also added to Brawl too. So you got to play as Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Brawl was really fun. I don't think that I ever really unlocked a lot of characters in Ultimate. What? Hold on. What is the price for an N64 if you would purchase it online? Oh, below $200 unless it's a specialty one. That's not entirely horrible. Well, let's see. Smash Bros. N64 cartridge. Oh, the price. Why does it say Walmart is selling this? The price actually is not that horrible. Though for some reason, someone does have one on eBay for $6,000. Even though somebody is also selling just the cartridge on eBay for $26.99. That's surprising. Did these prices go down? It might be, I don't think that there was ever a collector's edition, but it might be like a full box, still has this pamphlet with it, rather than it just be the cartridge. But it's below 50 bucks for a regular Smash Bros. But you would have to pair that with buying the console. And that's also if they sell the cords along with the console. The only character that's ever been removed from the Smash lineup was Charizard. He was folded into the Pokemon trainer. Yeah. I wonder... Is Star Fox... Oh, Star Fox 64 is actually on the cheap side. What about Majora's Mask? Majora's Mask price has probably gone down because you can play it on the emulator. Ah, the gold one is a little bit more expensive than the regular. Was it always a gold cartridge? No, it should have been always a gold cartridge. It was a Japanese one that has a regular cartridge. Yeah, not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I guess the prices have gone down for it. I forgot people can Google and stream at the same time. I was about to search the stuff up to be polite. If I was playing a game, that would be very helpful, but we're just chatting today. Did you hear how some investors want GTA 6 to be the first $80 AAA game? I'm actually happy that some games have gone down in price since trying to sell certain things at $80. $79.99 is too much. Let's look up what is the most expensive N64 game. Or it's a collector's edition of Ocarina of Time for almost 12,000. Oh, these are the people that have minted, like gone to a grader for the games. Oh my god. The most expensive N64 game is generally Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. Okay. Back to the shopping. Ugh. Some of these are a couple $1,000s. There is a encased Ocarina of Time box. I think it might be collector's edition for 2,500, but this one's, why is it almost 12,000 for that one? That one's stupid. You buy games to play them. Come on. We don't need to keep them in a case. I get that if you want to like preserve the box, that's fine, but at least make it easy to gain access to. Weren't Atari games like $60 when they came out, which would be like a few $100s nowadays? Yeah, even back in the day, if games still weren't like, you know, like super expensive, they were still considered expensive at the time. Let's look up original price for the N64 console. It was about 200 bucks for an N64. which is pretty expensive for back in the day. But now consoles are so expensive. I'm actually surprised because they recently upped the prices for some console games or some consoles, and the Switch only went up $50, while Xbox and PlayStation went up like $100 to $200. And I think still maybe some PS4 or PS2 1 and 2 games are pretty expensive. I wonder. Digimon World for the PS1. Now this is not horrible, but still pretty bad. So the original Digimon World is almost $80. That's on a retro gaming site. That's why I only have a PS3 and a PS4 and not a PS5. Yeah. It's funny. I saw 30 to 40, then 40 to 50, then 50 to 60. I think people are just saying numbers. I think from what I saw, the Switch went up by $50. It might not have been an official post though. So PS5 launched at $499 and is now $649. And the Xbox Series X launched as $499 and now is $649 as well. So those both went up a couple of hundred. And then the Switch 2 $449 and is now $499. Or is going to be $499. It's not like it's like for the Switch is not too much more expensive, but that $50 is still a lot. $400 is a lot of money. 600 something for the other two. Oh god. There's a rumor of an upcoming Switch price increase. Another one? Or is it, did they already put up the price for it? Oh god, Canada. Oh, I'm so sorry. So Canada was $629.99 to $679.99. It doesn't say what it is for Japan. Yeah, because I did see the prices for games went down a little bit, especially if they're digital. But it's still, oh, it's still expensive. I got lucky. I wasn't planning to get a Switch 2 for quite some time because I was gonna squirrel away money for it. But Grandma Faye relinquished money to me, and it was we dubbed it the dirty Switch money because Grandma Faye is not the best person. But behind my back, one of the other Faye also received Grandma Faye money, and they decided for my birthday to buy me the Switch 2. And I was lucky enough to get it early on when I had absolutely no plan for it. Yeah, We called it the dirty Switch money. And they, behind my back, ordered it online and picked it up in the store, and they gently put it on my desk and told me to keep my dirty Switch money, and then, you know, put the Switch 2 on my desk. It was a very funny experience. I was completely flabbergasted because I was just gonna save money for it, but no, they ruined my plan. And then I had to get some games for it, and the such. I do have Metroid. Was it Metroid Prime? I do have the Switch 2 Metroid game, so it's something we're gonna play later on. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a lot of Switch games, because I'm trying to slow down on buying games and play some backlogged games and some other games that I have. But there probably is still going to be some games that I want to purchase. And Nintendo left my countries decades ago. Yeah, I do really want to play the new Fire Emblem game, but I don't think that comes out until 2027. My body is demanding sleep. Enjoy the rest of the stream and maybe see you later this week. Sleep well, Grima. See you next time. Thanks for popping your head in. I want to see... Let's see what games are coming out in 2026 for the Switch 2. There we are. Oh, next week the Yoshi story game comes out. We got Metroid. We got the Metroid game. Oh, supposedly? I thought it wasn't coming out until next year. Supposedly it's rumored to come out this year for Fire Emblem Fortune's Wave. It blocked purchasing games from Argentina. You could buy expensive games for a fraction of the price. What the heck? Is it banned? Oh my goodness. Is there another one? I don't think that... I think that's what I have is the Metroid Prime game. Maybe it's because it's like generalized for 2026. That's Metroid Prime 4. 4 is... Yeah, 4 Beyond. I think that's what I have. Can I get for the rest of the year, please? Show me just the Switch 2 games. Give me 2026. Um... 2026 May. Oh, Indiana Jones came out for the Switch. Yeah, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book comes out on the 21st. Does Switch 2 have free online or is it paid? It's paid online services. Yeah. And there's like 2 different tiers for the paid online services, because one is just like the regular online membership, and the plus gets you, or the online membership gives you some of the emulator games, and then the plus version gives you like GameCube and I think N64. I would have to look at it. Yeah, but yeah, it's unfortunately paid. Let's see, June 2026. Ah, yeah, Star Fox. A game called The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales. That looks fun. July has Time Stranger Digimon coming to the Switch. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. Splatoon Raiders comes out in July. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker Master Collection. Oh god, sorry, I've read version. Collection version comes out in August. So a lot of Metal Gear collections. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks to have to pay for internet, and then you have to pay for online services for various consoles. So supposedly, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave comes out sometime in 2026. I would assume maybe fourth quarter. So December might be... November, December might be the time frame that it might come out. And then, you know, 2027 has Pokemon Winds and Waves. I don't think that they've announced much of anything else. And I don't think that the Bloodborne successor game has... Duskbloods. Oh, supposedly 2026, but I don't think that it gave a date, did it? I guess that's one game that we're gonna have to get if it does come out this year. Yeah, I also need to do the other routes in 3 houses. I think the only one I completely finished was Dimitri's, the blue route. I gotta go back at some point and do the other ones. I don't think I played 3 houses on stream. I think the one that I played on stream was Engage. I'm hoping they bring back the marrying factor with the new Fire Emblem game and not like some weird quote unquote friendship married. With promise rings, friendship rings. They need to just say it's marriage. They need to just say it's marriage and let us marry again. They don't need to go the route of Awakening where you had like a time skip and children. I just let them marry. Kiss the Oasis. I wonder if they would. Because there is a fair amount of interactions with the characters that is kind of like borderline same-sex relationships, but you don't like actually have that as official things in the game. I wonder if they're gonna do that this time around. Let them marry. let them kiss. Let everybody kiss everybody else. Make it universal. They don't. It is sad because they have so much potential with a lot of these characters. I hope that they do, but we'll see what happens. Maybe if enough people complained about the marriage bit that they might bring it back. It was still a pretty good game. I just thought that there was a few things lacking. Like the fact that I could not change into a dragon was disappointing. Very disappointed. I think there was like 5 possible gay couples. I think so. Let's see, actually. Gay couples in Fire Emblem games. Oh, wait. 3 houses you can, but it's very limited. I did not realize that. Key pairings include Byleth and Edelgard, Dorothy, Mercedes, Lindhart, or Yuri. Oh, so female Byleth had Edelgard, Dorothy, Mercedes, Rhea, and Sothis. They only had 3 for the male version of Byleth? Lindhart, Yuri, or Jeritza? I probably have butchered that name. Engage allows the protagonist Alir to form special partnerships symbolized by the pact ring with any character regardless of gender, expanding options. But that was word like ambiguous. They were roommates. So they had some in the earlier titles that were like a passing bit of the story. Are we marrying cars now too? Yeah, those are Transformers. Imagine if they made a otome game or a visual novel game, a dating visual novel game of Transformers. Or just like any like iconic robot. I'd buy it. I bet you a lot of people would. Hey, they have otome games where you're dating pigeons, birds, horses. I've seen these. They are nuts. There's a dating game for, yeah. A dating game for phones. I think there's one called Hatoful Boyfriend, which was the pigeons and birds one. Yeah, date everything is various household objects. They could make a Transformers-esque one, a robot one, androids. I think probably the weirdest, I don't know if it was fan art or an actual game, but there was one where it had your typical male Bishonen man face on a horse body. I kind of hope it was a game, but there's so many things I've come across on the internet. Both of those are in your library. I wouldn't be surprised if there is one from Mecha, just a question of how prominent. Yeah, I mean, there is a bunch of otome games and visual novels like that. Oh yeah, Dream Daddy too. there's a different name for otome that fits, because otome is female protagonist with male love interests, and I think there's another term for the other way around. I don't remember what it's called. Oh god, my shoulder popped. I don't think it's harem, it's something else. But there's like harem and reverse harem, which is still basically the two terms. I don't know if it's gender neutral. Hold on, let's look it up. What's the other otome game but male protagonist? Otome games with male protagonists often blend dating simulation with BL. No, that's not that one though. I think it's not a harem game. Otome games with male gender neutral MCs. It was called something else. I remember seeing a post about it before. Because currently when isn't there? There's some discourse in the Love and Deep Space fandom, which is an otome gacha game. People are wanting a male protagonist to be in that game, but I think it's specifically an otome game. So somebody made mention of like the different categories of otome, because there's otome and something else. What is it called? Galge? Gal game or girl game or bishoujo game, where a male protagonist pursues female love interests, while otome game is focused on a female main character with male love interests. So GALGE. Gal game. So otome and galge. And is there a third term? I don't know if there'd be a third term for like a customized character, because usually otome games have a very specific character that you can relate to, but it's still like a character for the story. You just put your name into the character, but they still have like a personality to them, which is for like the visual novel standpoint. And then there's other games where you completely like create the personality through like choice questions and things like that. There's one that's like, women want to date me, but I'm not interested, or something like that. I think that one's a visual novel specifically. I do remember there was a manga that made fun of, like, made jokes with the stereotypical BL stories. That he died and got reincarnated into a yaoi manga, and he is trying to steer away from all the stereotypical characteristics of a yaoi story or a BL story, and it is I read a couple of chapters and it was hilarious. They tried to make sure that they didn't do anything that would trigger a story or a like a line of story. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, and I don't know if I read much more of it, but it was so funny to see. Because he was trying his darndest to not end up in a relationship. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better than I did at the beginning of the week. I'm still recovering though. I don't remember what it's called. Oh no, let's look it up. It was really funny. Ah, a man who defies the world of BL. Zetai BL ni naru sekai. Yeah, that's it. It's really fun. It's really funny the way that he avoids. Because he has this, if he even has like one red flag, he tries to set up the person that's potentially going to fall in love with him with somebody else, or he completely ignores the scenario and somebody else falls into the trope. It's so good. Yeah, man who defies the world of BL. There's eroge, galge, otome, charge, moege? Because eroge is the more porn-esque hentai games. But there is quite a bit of otome and galge and ones where you can do character customization and everything. I didn't know that there was more categories to it than that, but I guess it might be the plot of the game as well. That would change the genre of it. Oh, my peppermint tea has gone cold. Thankfully, it's still tasty like this. Kind of reminds me of the anime Romantic Killer. A girl is avoiding romance with a handful of guys and tries to be their friend instead. It's really good. Wish there was a season 2. I think that's been a story topic of a lot of isekai mangas. Some of them are like I befriended the villainess, or I married the villain of the story. There's been a lot of fun ones like that. The house in Fate Morgana? Fata Morgana? I've heard of it, but I have not played it. It is on my list of otome games I want to buy, because that one is actually on Steam. Yeah, the house in Fata Morgana. The art's really nice, and I've heard that the story is really good. This one is an isekai. It's basically a world where the birth rate has gone down, and like a little magical creature goes there and says, "We're gonna put you in a romantic situation." She's like, "No." Oh, that does sound like a fun story. I have seen a couple of streamers play this game, the Fata Morgana. It's on my list of otome games. Right, is this considered a visual novel or an otome? I think it's just visual novel. Otome is a little different. It can be both. Oh, does it have romance in it, in a way? Hmm. I think all of these are technically categories under visual novel. I still have to do the DLC for that one game that we played. Where is it? I have the DLC for Steam Prison. We went through a couple of the storylines there, and that was nuts. Because I think the DLC is oriented towards one specific childhood friend character that kind of went insane. I do have a couple other visual novel games. I don't know when and if we'll play them. I wonder if they brought the same franchise over into English. Because there's some Otome games that I've played the original of, but I have not played any of the sequels because they haven't been localized. Oh, they do have an Otome category. I played at least 25 Otome games in my life. Shout out to Voltage Inc. game and my early high school self. There's also like Idea Factory. Amnesia was one of my first visual novels. Some of the roots are the yandere roots that you have for that one. I think some define Otome as like games heavily skewed for women with or without romance. Yeah. Usually though, Otome games are like go through various routes to fall in love with the love interests. I know a really popular one which has a really cool mechanic because you have no idea what the characters are saying and you have to learn by association what they could be saying to you, and it's like really horror oriented, called Homicifer. People went nuts for that game. Hi, Legend. Recently bought the Great Villainous Strategy of Lily. That is a strategy game plus visual novel where you are the villainess who crushes the empire and seduces the heroine. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, Hatoful Boyfriend is an Otome game. Hi, Geller. I am winning. I'm getting better from my sickness. I actually didn't think I was going to stream this long. I thought my voice was going to give out. It's actually going well. I probably won't stream for too much longer, though. I know I said that earlier, but we got talking about things. Dramatical Murder came before me finding Amnesia. I don't know how. Oh no, that one being your first visual novel? Visual novel Otome game? I've heard of other ones that are like early on BL Otome visual novel games. Or I guess Galge maybe. Or it probably falls under a different category. But the visual novel games, some of them are really odd. The early on ones. There's also some weird ones. There's some weird ones on Steam. I'm scrolling through some of them right now. And one of them... A band camp boyfriend. There you go. I think one of that vampire one that had an anime was an interesting visual novel. Oh, they have other Hakuoki games on here. Harem. Reverse harem. That one time at band camp. Tome games are basically the formula. I, girl, and a handful of men to choose a romantic path with. Yep, 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 yep. Oh. My child. My child is now a book. Mamekoro. Oh, there he is. The baby has leveled up. Oh yeah, Steins Gate does have one. I heard it was good, but I have not played it. I only have watched some of the anime. Wonder what is considered to be the weirdest visual novel game. Because Hatoful Boyfriend is definitely up there on the list. I'm pretty sure, though, I would love to know what the name of that horse-related one was. I don't even know if that is a game that you could... that you can get. Mamekoro? Kuro? It looks like a Tamagotchi. Oh, Mamekoro is the little... It's a little avatar that grows while you utilize the game Go. Focus with your avatar. It's a it grows as you utilize the program to show that you are making progress with whatever you're doing. I utilize this usually for background noise. But people utilize this for like studying and work and things like that when they want to be productive. And they have stream-friendly music. My Horse Prince is a horse otome game. I think that might be the one I'm thinking about. Oh, my voice is cracking. Oh, there's an otome game with monks as the love interest. All of the love interests are monks, and you have an option in the game for them to either be traditional monks, like shaved bald heads, or they actually have their hairstyles. This one, what's it called? Lost in Secular Love. That's on Steam. You can you can have bald love interests in that one. I'm sorry to bring this into your mind, and I promise this has nothing to do with BL, but it's gross, so I'm not gonna say it unless you bite. Tell me. Tell me. What horrors have you witnessed that you share with the class. What atrocities have you come across? Japan always shocks me every time with the wild stuff they come up with. Well, no, I am not familiar with that term. The heck is this one? It has nice art. I hope that's not AI. Oh, what was that? I have no idea exactly what that means. I might have an idea, but I don't think I've seen people use that term before. You're saying this is associated with BL? I just checked Steam and apparently we're in the adult games week spring right now. Really? I didn't even look at that. So the reason I bring it up is because there's some guys is trying to make him bigger, but BL artists are known for not drawing them or drawing them badly. What? I think there's probably only a handful of artists that can draw those well enough. People are trying to make them bigger. That's interesting. That's funny. Oh, always if you're gonna get into that kind of genre of art making or comic making, make sure you get your anatomy correct. I get that the people are going to exaggerate certain things, but it's good to know how the fundamentals work first. I would love to play Danganronpa. My friend has played a lot of the Danganronpa games and has they really love them. And they're kind of similar but more visual novel-y than playing like the Zero-Scape games. They're kind of similar in style, but not as puzzle-y. Less puzzly, more detective-y. Make it weird off the charts. That's what most people do. With boy love manga. Yeah, yaoi manga, they have a lot of like, they kind of go over the top to the point where it's more like a PVC pipe than like a normal pair. A normal pair of bits. So some people really skew some people overestimate how much somebody could take. I think it shows nobody finds them alluring, otherwise they draw them and they draw them either good or exaggerated, but they don't. There's some people I've come across that draw those bits very well, but there's not a lot of art that is in that, you know, category that is anatomically correct, but you still want to like judge it, I guess it would be the right term for it. Most of the time it's like, I'm gonna draw this from memory and not know exactly how it works anatomically. Never touch Beale, but it makes it weird because it will be funny. Yeah, there's some of them that are purposely doing that because it is like hilarious, but then there's people that make it like so exaggerated to the point where it's definitely like nobody could have that for real. We also got to think of like the type of story it is, because if it's a very specific kind of like monster, ghost, supernatural being, fantasy being, they do kind of go off the charts with what is anatomically normal. Yeah, I have seen some Korean based BLs that do have some really like exaggerated, like that's not okay size. Especially with what they usually do in stereotypical BLs is that there's like little to no preparation, like that. Rest in peace, that person's butt. Semi-random, but there is a whole mini plot about that in a game called House Party. Long story short, there's one guy who believes big balls are the best and goes around asking several people which they prefer. He's baffled with a mosaic column. That's interesting and very funny. That I mean, whatever floats your boat and makes you happy. Everybody has different preferences for different things. There is a, I love how, God, sorry, I'm just thinking now about all the different conversations we've had up until this point. It's kind of funny that we've gone over so many different topics right now. God, what was I saying? Whatever, there's so many kinks in the world. There's something for everyone. I think if that was one of the aspects that you liked of somebody's bits, I think you probably just have to get creative with whatever you're utilizing it for. And I don't think I'll ever go into like a deep depth conversation with this, but I think the only thing I will say is like whatever makes you happy and whatever doesn't hurt the other person or other people in general. And legal. Those are the criterias. Consent first and foremost. I didn't realize how many Otome games they had on Steam. I have been scrolling and it's still going. Wow. Did you know they actually have a lot of Otome games on the Japanese Nintendo eShop? So I'm kink shaming everyone. No, no, you don't need to. It's just not your cup of tea. There's something for everyone. If that is what you're wanting. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, now I'm yawning. I should actually like wrap this up. We might go off on another tangent. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have coming up? I think I have it all Tomodachi Life this week. No. Tomodachi Life and then Super Mario Sunshine at the end of the week. Hopefully I won't have to change the game on Saturday. It all depends on how I'm feeling, because I don't want to play a game that might like bypass Dramamine if I'm already feeling kind of funky. I'm back from Adult Games Week Spring. Only got one bundle. Is that really what the storefront is? I don't see that. Where the heck are you seeing this? The library, you just tidy up books. Oh, is that the Arcane library book? Library that I saw? Oh, it is actually just called, oh, Tidy Up the Arcane Library. I saw a preview of this. It looks fun. Oh, yeah. So sale ends May 14th. Why does it not show on the front page for that? It showed up when you search for visual novels? Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw this pop up on Instagram. It looks like it's a lot of like tranquil fun of cleaning up. It's only $5. 15% off. Add that to the wish list. Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up. Give my voice a break. Probably go make some more tea. Finish up all the the 4 drinks that I have first beforehand though. I'm glad that I'm getting better. Hopefully, I continue to get better beyond the upscale of, or what, on the mend of getting sick, that it does not get worse. I'll do my best to make sure that it doesn't. I'll keep you guys posted if any of the streams this week needs to be shifted around. But hopefully, day after tomorrow, we'll play some more Tomodachi Life. We'll show off some of the Miis that I made, and maybe make like 1 or 2 more before then, depending, maybe. Or we might just work with what we have. But I made at least 4 new Miis for the island. And who knows, we might make more during the stream as well. We'll see. Keep posted if Leon and Chris have a baby. Well, funny right now. First, even though I've been minimally interacting with the Miis in Tomodachi Life to make sure I don't spoil myself on anything and you guys get to see the story unfold. Currently, to no surprise, Wesker is currently in love with Chris. But Chris is his only friend. He hasn't interacted much with anybody else. But Wesker is currently in love with Chris. So I could say that. Well, when we play on was it Wednesday? Yeah, when we play on Wednesday, we'll see how that transpires. Because currently Chris, for some reason, is in love with my me. I don't know if he's gonna give up the crush on me for Wesker. I hope he does. Yeah, you gotta love it. Not even, it's funny because it's not even a full love triangle, because I think my me with Chris is still just acquaintances. It's funny. I don't know what to do with that. We'll figure that out day after tomorrow. Is he trying to get you to marry Claire? No, he's trying to get me to marry him, I guess. But with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope that you've been healthy this week and this future upcoming week. Take care of yourself, eat food, hydrate. I have 4 drinks. How many do you have? Probably at least one. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on whether or not streams will move around, because I'm still recovering from my cold. Hopefully nothing has to be changed and we can just get on with the streams. The only thing I think that might happen if I'm still kind of funky by the end of the week is that we might not play Mario Sunshine and might play something else. Other than that, I think it's all pretty much going to go on schedule. Sleep well when you go to bed. Have good dreams. There's anybody lurking here new? If you like the content, I usually play video games, but we had grandma hours today because I've been sick. If you like the content and like the vibe, please just subscribe and maybe share with your friends the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oh, you can't even see that because you can barely see my wave because of the blanket. That's fine. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. See you next time.